Hello, hello! Can you hear me? Is my audio okay? Hello, hello! Welcome to today's stream. Today we are doing yet another episode of my podcast, heisei, babtro. Welcome to heisei, babtro, my podcast where we yap about our favorite media from the heisei era of Japan. One of these days I'm gonna, be very fluid and, natural with this intro, but we're still working things out, apparently. I always feel so awkward giving my little opening spiel. But yeah, the heisei era of Japan spans from 1989 to 2019, which is a very, very wide stretch of time. But in regards to pop culture, it can be best categorized by the rapid technological advancements, rising popularity of anime and Japanese video games both in Japan and overseas, as well as what many consider to be the golden age of places like Akihabara and Harajuku. But for today's episode of Heisei babtro, I'm going to be joined by DreamyTube to talk all about RPGmaker and its influence throughout the Heisei era and still now. So let me see if they are ready. And then we can start. Alright. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Alright, make sure Dreamy's audio is good. Sounds good on my end, but if I need to adjust anything, let me know in chat. But hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome to heisei babtro. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Dreamy. I'm a video game console Android VTuber, and I mainly focus on retro games while being a variety streamer, and I've been playing a few RPG makers recently, and I've always loved the genre. And I'm excited to talk about them today.
Yeah,
with Bab
I'm
here.
excited too, Yubi. Alright, well, the way I like to usually start these off is just giving a little bit of an overview for people who don't really know anything about RPGmaker. How would you best introduce the genre to people?
I would say, probably don't expect it to be typical RPG roleplay game stuff, because some of them don't actually involve battles. Sometimes they involve just chase scenes, mystery, you have to put puzzles together. It's a very diverse genre. What makes it but it's still called RPGmaker because it's made through a software called RPGmaker. Some of them are actually made through some software called Wolf, I think. It's a very varied genre, I would say.
Yeah, I love the variety of RPGmaker games. I think when you hear RPGmaker, you think, oh, RPGs, the fantasy, high fantasy with sword fighting and dragons and stuff. But honestly, you can make literally anything on RPGmaker.
Literally. There are some out there that focus more on a fantasy theme, but I haven't played much of them.
Yeah, I feel like unexpectedly, or maybe expectedly, I feel like a lot of RPGmaker games tend to be in the horror genre, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I really think it's neat. Even if it's focused on horror, I still prefer it to be RPGmaker rather than horror maker. I feel like it just makes sense, you know?
I agree. So yeah, if you want to talk a little bit maybe about kind of an overview of RPGmaker. So I know it's been around a long time. Do you know what year the original RPGmaker came out?
I believe according to Wikipedia, it's December 17th, 1992. And I think I can pronounce this right. It was known as RPG Sukuru Dante 98. There
Mm.
were like a few like on the PlayStation, like Palette, I believe. I haven't played it.
Yeah. I think it's so cool though that like something like that came out because I think it made game making really accessible.
It really did. Like well, I don't know if I should say it's necessarily good for beginners. Like
Mm.
I tried like using it once and it was a bit of a learning curve, but
Oh,
I
definitely.
feel like yeah, it has a really welcoming community though that will help you along the way.
Yeah. And I know I did a tiny bit of research like in the past about this, but I know a lot of like early RPG Maker games, and probably still now, but especially like older ones, they used to do like contests in Japan. Like I know the original Corpse Party was made specifically for like a magazine contest or something.
Yeah, I think there's one called like Peret M. Eru
Mhm.
that was like that too, and another one called Goal. I'm
Hmm.
not 100% about Goal though, but I know Peret was in a contest.
Yeah. Let's see. So what do you think are like the essential, like the ones that everyone should know? Like what are the RPG Maker games?
I would definitely say Aoni,
Hmm.
Ivy, Yume Neki. I think they're good introductions to the genre. And if you're
Yeah.
looking for something more modern, maybe like Amori too.
Hmm. Yeah, I am a big fan of Omori. I've played it a bunch of times. And I'm technically in the middle of another playthrough, but I've been taking a break from it. But I need to get back
Oh,
into it
nice.
soon. But yeah, I love
I,
that game.
I really like the battle
Hmm.
mechanism on that. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I also like the art style, and some of the
Yeah.
pixel art was like really nice. I liked how colorful it was.
Definitely. And I love, like, again, like, talking the battle system. I think it's probably one of the more fun RPG Maker or battle systems I've experienced, because some of them I feel like can be a little tedious, but I like how in Omori there's so much variation, so many strategies that you can try
Oh
out.
yeah,
Like
totally.
I've been discovering lots of new things
Oh
during my
nice.
most recent playthrough that have made
I'm trying
battles
to
a
think
lot
of
more exciting.
yeah, I'm trying to think of like other battle systems. Like I feel like they just like follow the typical RPG Maker format, but
Yeah.
I actually haven't encountered like much RPG makers that like utilize that.
Have you played Off?
I played Off recently. That was one of them
Hmm.
for sure. I
Yeah.
actually like held it out off for like a decade, and I actually like played it recently. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, no, it's such a good game. I feel like
It
the
really is.
RPG battles are probably the weakest part of it, but even then they were still kind of fun.
Yeah, I feel like it got like harder by the end. I think there's
Hmm.
like three endings, and I only got like one, I
Yeah,
think.
I think I only did one ending too.
Yeah.
But
Like there's one where you're the cat, but it's like really hard to get.
yeah. What was the first RPG Maker game you've ever played? Like, what got you into RPG Maker?
That was one thing I was thinking about earlier.
Hmm.
I think it was definitely like there were like a lot on Tumblr back in like the mid 2000s. I did
Hmm.
know about Hetoni, but I didn't actually like play it. I just watched it on YouTube. I would say the first one was probably Pen Pals or Palm Gets Wi-Fi. IB might have been a part of that too somehow.
Hmm. I actually haven't heard of those. Could you talk a little bit about them? I'm curious.
Well, for Hetoni,
Hmm?
it's like basically just Italia characters in the Aoni verse.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like it's just yeah, I explained like a little
Hmm.
before like we set up the podcast
Yeah.
here, but yeah, it's like really similar. It's just kind of a reskin with a different plot. Pen Pals, it's been like a decade since I've like played it, so it's like really blurry, but I don't know the plot all that well, but I really like the character designs. According to YouTube, it seems like goes on like about like finding like more information about yourself, like specifically your mom, and you're accompanied by a friend named Pal. I'm not 100% sure about that exactly. Palm gets Wi-Fi. I think you like hang out with like this dog named Palm, but again, like it's been a while since I played these.
Oh, that's fair. And I
A
think it's a good
long
like
while.
example of the variety of RPGmaker games out there. Like all of those seem like very different from each other.
They really are. Like Palm Gets Wi-Fi was just a really cute one. Like it focuses on dogs and it's like so colorful.
That sounds adorable. I'll have to look that one up later.
You should. It's really cute.
Yeah, for me, I've also been thinking about like what was the first RPG Maker game I actually played, and I think it genuinely was probably Yume Nikki. I think Yume Nikki is what got me into it.
Oh
like,
yeah, I
that
think
game.
I'm trying to remember myself. I think that was like one of the many I tried to play at first. Like Human Nikki confused me at first, but like playing it a few years back, I actually learned how to understand it. It's a really nice game.
Yeah. No, it was really funny too, because I didn't play it first. I'm actually, my sibling Yvette, who is also a streamer, they were playing it on stream, and like I tuned in for a minute just to see what they were playing. And I was like, wait, what is this? This game looks really cool. And then like within like 20 minutes of watching their stream, I was like reading the wiki like intensely and like started like giving them tips. It's like, you should go to this place and do this thing. And then like, I just got really invested in it as a game. And
yeah,
now I play it and the fan
like,
games all the time.
Yeah, there really is a lot of fan games. Like I still gotta play Yume Tuki. I've only really played that well.
Yeah, Yume Tuki is so cool because like it's a huge game. Like it's been in development like since I think 2007 was when it was first released, and like they're still updating and adding new dreams like this year.
Oh
like,
wow,
it's
that's
still
so cool.
going, and by so many different people. So like it really feels like you're playing a different game every time you open it because there's always new places to explore.
That's really awesome too. It's like a huge fan collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played a bunch of fan games just like here and there. I would say Tuki and .flow are my favorites. I also liked Collective Unconscious, although I've heard there's been drama in that community, so I'm kind of unsure of the game again, but...
Oh man, yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, because
it does look really pretty though.
No, it's so pretty. Like, I really loved playing that one. But I know, because have you been to the Yume Nikki online website?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, basically it's a fan-run website where they host like a bunch of the fan games. So Yume Tuki is on there, Yume Nikki is also on there, and like all of the like main ones and a bunch of other random fan games. But they used to host Collective Unconscious, and now they don't for reasons that I'm not entirely sure about, but some sort of drama went down in the Discord or something.
Oh man.
But it was a fun game though. Don't know where it's even accessible anymore.
I found the website and I noticed One Shot is on there. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah. I haven't played One Shot yet, but
I haven't either.
It's been on my radar for a while. But it's interesting they're hosting it as well.
It's definitely another one I gotta play at some point.
And Yume Nikki Online is also really cool because it's a multiplayer. Like, all of the games on there you can play, like, online with other people. Like, even the original Yume Nikki. Like, I've done streams where I did, like, little guided tours and had, like, viewers follow me around. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, that sounds like a really awesome idea. I definitely have to check out the online version at some point.
Do you have any, like, lesser-known RPG Maker games that you want more people to know about?
I would definitely say Weekender and Heisei Pistol Show. Like,
Mm.
those specific RPG makers are, like, amazing. They're by the same creator, Parun, who, like, sadly died, but they're still, like, worth the play. Like, I feel like it's definitely something you have to go in and experience blind. Like, they're really good.
I see. I love games like that. Like, the best experience is to know as little as possible. I'm always a little bit, like, hesitant sometimes when I see a cool game. Like, I can't watch anyone stream this. I can't look up anything. That'll ruin it.
Like, I feel like with Weekender, like, it's okay to know some things, like, especially since it's been, like, talked about a lot, like, on video essays. Heisei Pistol Show is definitely the one you should probably play blind.
I see. I'm gonna note that one down for later.
Definitely do, it's good. I think there's also a Zeus. I'm trying to remember, like, what it's called, but Azusa 999 is also a good one. It's a really old one from, like, 1997.
Ah.
Yeah, it's definitely good if you want to understand the history of, like, older games. It's in, like, a monochrome, like, pixel format, and you're basically, like, on a bus in the afterlife. It's really interesting.
Ooh, that sounds really cool, actually.
It is, and I think it was, like, a one-man project, too. Like, the creator, like, made it when they were younger, too. I think they were, like, 17 or something. I don't remember.
Really cool.
It is.
I think that's one thing that I personally really love about RPGmaker is that, like, yes, it's difficult to learn, but, like, it's still something that, like, anyone could pick up. So there's so many games that are, like, made by one developer or, like, made by people that they did when they were teenagers. Like, it feels like a lot of games could feel more authentic and personal in that regard.
Yeah, and you can, like, tell so much stories from them. It's great.
Hello, Ash. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah. I think, like I've talked about before, I haven't played a ton of RPG Maker. I think the ones I play the most are, like, the Yumeniki ones. But I've been really into Corpse Party since I played it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's, like, one I still gotta play. Like, I was wanting to start with the 90s version, but I think it's not translated.
Yeah. Like,
So
there's a fan remake of the original, I'm pretty sure, that I've considered checking out.
I'm also, like, similar on that boat. Like, I could probably go play the remake first before, like, the regular Corpse Party stuff on Steam, but, like, I'm not too sure. I still don't exactly know the playing order all that well for some of them.
Yeah. Well, see, Corpse Party they made really confusing for no good reason. And let me look it up so I can get the titles right, because the way they did it was so strange. It's basically almost all of the games you hear about, like, oh, they're all different. They're actually all the same game. So Corpse Party. It was the original Corpse Party. And then
there's a lot of Corpse Parties, Book of Shadows, Blood Drive.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
there's
gonna look
a lot.
up a list because it sounds more complicated than it actually is, which I think personally is really funny. So we have the original Corpse Party for the PC 98. And then they released Corpse Party New Chapter in 2006. And I think that was the mobile game version. Because it was originally remade as, like, an app game, which I find fascinating. Like, imagine playing Corpse Party on, like, a flip phone.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then in 2008, they released Corpse Party Blood Covered for PC. And then they remade that as Corpse Party Blood Covered Repeated Fear, which is basically the exact same game. I think they updated the graphics and released that version on, like, consoles. And then the version that you'll find on Steam is just called Corpse Party, but that is Corpse Party Blood Covered Repeated Fear. They just shortened the title back, so it's still the same game. It just they just shortened the title because they're like, that's a long title. Maybe we shouldn't call it
Yeah,
that.
it just makes it kind of confusing. Like it's like I'll definitely jot down the order just so I
Yeah.
don't like mess things up.
And then yeah, the other games, Book of Shadows is the direct sequel. Yeah,
Okay.
technically, no, I got that wrong. Book of Shadows is both a prequel, midquel, and a sequel because it's a bunch of short stories.
Oh wow. Good to know though.
Yeah. And then, what was it called? Blood Drive is the actual sequel.
Right.
It's a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, Corpse Party's really fun, but really hard to play unless you have a walkthrough open the whole time because
Yeah,
it's
they're
so
especially
easy to
important for
overlook
RPG
tiny
makers.
details that are more important than they seem to be. Remember one puzzle that I was like stuck on for like 2 hours? The reason I couldn't progress is because I had to interact with like one desk in one specific classroom. And I was like, how was I supposed to know that that one specific desk in that one specific room was the important one? Yeah, kind of going off of that, why do you think horror became such a popular genre for RPG Maker? Because you'd think it would be fantasy adventure. But I feel like when people talk about RPG Maker, often the games that get brought up are the horror ones. Why do you think that ended up being the case?
I think it's just because they're like really good games, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like they're just the really popular ones, like widely discussed and so on.
But I do think it's interesting, though, that a program that was designed to be making RPGs specifically ended up creating so many very unique, very non-RPG-like games.
Yeah, I guess people just wanted to like tell a story through it. Like it's similar to how people like told story through Animal Crossing towns and stuff.
Well, that's true. Animal Crossing towns get so creative.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one horror one. Like a village, I think.
I think I've heard about that. Now that's so cool.
Yeah, I explored it. It's really interesting.
And that's what I love the most too about just like games that let you like build and customize and like do your own thing, because people get really creative. Like give someone a sandbox and they'll make something crazy. I think that's also what's cool about games like Yume Tuki, which is made by so many different people and constantly being added onto. Like, there's so much variety just in that game. Like, you could go through and find yourself in like these really, really beautiful, really like cute areas, and then suddenly you're in a horror zone and it's really scary. What would you say what makes you interested in a new RPG Maker game? Are you more interested in the aesthetics, or is narrative more important to you?
Oh, I just realized I was like...
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, I was like saying like, primarily like I'm kind of a mix of both. Like I will play a game for like it's mainly aesthetic. Like with off, it like took me a while because like around the time
Yeah.
it was popular, like Danamapo is also popular, so I kind of gravitated to that first and just forgot about
That
it for a
makes
decade.
sense.
Kind of regret not doing that, like not playing it though. But at least I did like at least a little before like the off remaster.
Yeah. No, I forgot that like Danganronpa and Off were like around the same time.
Yeah, and I remember it was because like Homestuck was like on hiatus or
Yeah.
something, so people just kind
Yeah,
of
I heard about
gravitated to like
that. Yeah.
yeah, people just gravitated to like two different like series.
Which I think is so cool because like Danganronpa and Off are like so different in vibes. I love
They
both.
really are.
But yeah, they're so different. So it's interesting that like they basically were like, you either like this or you like that. There are two types of Homestuck fans. Yeah, Off is a really interesting game. I actually hadn't heard of it until pretty recently. Like, because I'm a big Undertale Deltarune fan, so when I found out that like Toby Fox is gonna be doing the music for the new Off remaster, I was like, oh, I have to check that out. That sounds really cool. And so I played that right when it came out, and I had a lot of fun. I love games that are like, I don't know how to put it, like it's a really small game. It's like it's not very long to play, but there's so much interesting lore and really immersive despite how like small it feels. And I think the writing really helped with that. I think your audio might have been cutting out.
I think so. Like maybe, like I was worried like something happened for a sec.
Yeah. Alright, I can hear you now though.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to maybe repeat what you said, just make sure everyone could hear. I think I missed some of it.
I think I was overall saying like what you described earlier as like a perfect way to describe RPG makers, and I was mainly like agreeing to what you were saying after that.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, my apologies.
No, no worries, no worries. Just wanted to make sure your mic was working. I got worried for a second, but you're back. Hee. What has been your favorite RPG maker you've played recently?
Definitely IB for sure. It's still as good as it was a decade ago.
And that one looks really fun.
Other than that, I played Naraku, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a favorite. It's definitely like I think it's like a trilogy, and I have to look at the rest of them to really think of an opinion of them.
Yeah. Definitely. I feel like there's two kinds of RPG Maker games. Like there's the one like standalone, really small short game. And then there's like a lot of like RPG Maker series. Like I mean technically Corpse Party counts, although I don't think the sequels are RPG Maker. I think only the original is RPG Maker. But
yeah, I think like I've heard like they're like kind of their own thing. I don't remember like what software.
Yeah. I know Blood Covered? Not Blood Covered, what's it called? Book of Shadows is a point and click, actually.
Oh wow, that's surprising. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
And then Blood Drive, I don't know what it's made with, but like I've described the art style as it looks like a 3DS era Pokemon game. Like they're like the small, kind of chibi almost, like 3D models.
Oh yeah, it kind of does. I think I've
Yeah.
seen that one before around.
I know there's a series, I'm pretty sure it's RPGmaker. The Lisa games. I really want to check those out at some point. I think those are RPGmaker.
Yeah, they are, I believe. I think I
Hmm.
played the first one. It was kind of Humanity-esque, but like
Yeah, I
it
heard
has its
that.
own. Yeah, it also like has like a lot of symbolism and hidden meanings
Hmm.
from what I remember.
Yeah.
Kind of depressing.
Oh yeah, I hear it's very dark. But I
It
enjoy that
is.
sometimes.
Yeah, same. I gotta play like the rest of them at some point.
Hmm. Are there any RPG Maker games that you didn't enjoy?
Um, Honestly, but like at least around, like I might have to replay it, but
Hmm.
at some point I wasn't like too fond of like the second half of Amoy. But again, like I feel like I just need to like fully
Hmm.
replay it.
Maybe.
Yeah, but overall I don't really have any that I don't like.
Hmm.
Maybe there was one, like I'm trying to remember the name of it. Like I wasn't too much of a fan of like how the plot was told. It was Akimi Tanya.
Oh, I don't think I know that one.
I think it's like a little obscure. It's like
Hmm.
if you know Higurashi, it's kind of like that kind
Oh.
of. Like it takes place in a village and a lot of weird stuff happens because this
Hmm.
girl takes the stuff for sacrifice and it causes overall a lot of problems.
I see, that sounds pretty interesting. I might still look it up. Even if you didn't like it, you know. You never know, I
Yeah,
might like it.
it's still worth it because it's like
Hmm.
again you're looking at a part of RPG Maker history and
Yeah.
it's so fun to see what people do with the program.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you mentioned it a little bit before about trying to make your own RPG Maker game. Would you ever pick it up again? You
I
ever, like,
want to like
wanted to? Yeah.
I still want to like this year like it's mainly focused on this like daughter of like a doctor who became corrupt over time, like especially since a scientific experiment kind of like killed everyone. Like the daughter
Oh.
is actually like resurrected in this robot thing because like one of the only survivors like gathered the essence of his daughter and his mother, and he put the daughter in like a robot thing, but like sadly with the doctor like being corrupt, like they have to do something about it because they're basically like he's basically committing a lot of like medical malpractice with this nurse.
Sounds like really
I
cool though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm still trying to think of like whether I want to make it like RPG Maker-esque or just
Hmm.
like focus on like I mean like roleplay game kind of stuff or just like puzzles.
Yeah.
I would say the vibes are kind of similar to Mad Fodder. I did that unintentionally
Hmm.
though.
I see. Now that sounds really cool. I would love to play that if it ever gets made.
Yeah, I really want to try too, even though the
Hmm.
programming intimidates me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I technically own, I think, maybe 3 versions of RPG Maker because literally anytime on Steam one of them goes on a crazy sale, I just grab it.
Oh yeah, I've done the same. I think I have a
Yeah.
few. Like I want to count how much I have in there.
I have at least 3.
For
Don't
some
remember
reason, I'm
which
thinking
ones
like I
though.
have 5, but I'm not sure.
Alright, now I'm checking my Steam library so I can see which ones I have. RPGmaker. Yeah, I have 2003. I think I specifically grabbed that one because that's the one that Yume Nikki was made on. So I have 2003, I have VX Ace, and I have XP.
Yeah, I think I'm the same as you. I might actually just have free. I have MV too.
Yeah, I've never opened any of them, but I have them, so if I ever get the urge,
yeah,
I will try it out.
I think I tried the most modern one. I think 2003 might be easier, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure though. I just think I struggled with VX.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember now, because I know I looked into it briefly at one point, specifically for trying to be a contributor to Yume Tuki. Because I think they still use 2003, unless I'm got my information wrong.
That's
so that you can
neat though.
Yeah. And, I've seen people have templates where you can use some of the assets from the original Yume Nikki to practice with, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting to try to do, just practice with them. I think I did try to do MV. That was the one I was struggling with.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, the rest I haven't even touched at all.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I think before I was I have these, but I'm not gonna download them and do anything because I was using my old laptop that didn't have a lot of space. But now that I have an actual PC, I could probably actually start messing around and not worry about download space.
Yeah, I get that. My laptop is the same way. I have a gaming laptop, but it doesn't have much space.
Yeah.
It only has 250 GB. Yeah, at some point I want to upgrade it, or at least upgrade the space on there.
Yeah. That was my big splurge last year. Because my poor gaming laptop had so many issues last year, and I was I feel if I keep streaming on you, things are only gonna get even worse.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the worst. Mine seems fine so far. It's just I have a lot of cosmetic issues on the keyboard. I feel if I played higher powered games, it would probably cause problems.
Oh,
but luckily
definitely. I can only play RPGmaker stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mainly just play RPGmaker's original novels, stuff that's very low power.
Yeah.
A lot of the higher power goes to the Steam Deck.
Yeah. What kinds of things did you or do you notice about RPGmaker, how it's changed over time? Because obviously, we know it started in the early 90s, and people are still making RPGmaker games to this day. What kinds of trends or changes have there been over time? And it's kind of a broad topic.
I feel mainly they still focus on horror and a lot of the same elements, but I've noticed a ton of RPGmaker games utilizing the sprites and stuff from the RPGmaker program. I see a lot of ones that more RPGs can they just use the avatars and stuff. I find it pretty cool though, honestly.
Yeah. I remember a couple years ago when my younger sibling, I think, was graduating art school, and one of the majors was a game development major, and so we're at the exhibition and seeing everyone's final projects, and one guy in the game making program actually had a small RPG Maker game that he had made as his final project. And like it used like the kind of the default asset. So it's like, this is cool. I don't think I've seen a game like that. That was just like incorporating just the like in-game assets.
Yeah,
It was
I
really
think it's
cool
cool
though.
that people use them. Like, I don't know if there's like any discourse surrounding them, but I do like to see them a lot. Like, I like people
Yeah.
utilizing all the elements and features on them.
Hmm. And it's like, it's nice just in general though that like they have those default assets for people who maybe are just starting out. Maybe, you know, you're good at programming and writing cool stories, but you're not an artist, so you kind of want some nice placeholders.
Yeah, like you can just like make it like a one-man show pretty much. That's what I find interesting about it.
Yeah. Trying to remember what game it was. I played a game last year. Saihate Station? Oh, wait, I didn't even know it's an RPGmaker game until I finished it. I was like, wait a second. Because it doesn't feel like an RPG.
Station.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an RPGmaker game, but it is, which I thought was really cool.
One funny thing is that like it's technically considered a visual novel on Visual Novel Database.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it really interesting. Like, you could basically make visual novels on, like, RPGmaker and other such programs.
Yeah.
It really is, like, a versatile thing.
I do wonder,
it kind of makes me think, too. Like, have you heard of Zeno? That's, like, another one I forgot about, but I also really like, too.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's kind of similar vibes to Saihate Station, but different. Like, mainly with how the characters act. But other than that, like, takes place in, like, this hospital, I think. And for a while, like, the main characters are handcuffed to each other. It was another pretty good one, but I had to use a guide.
Cool. Yeah. That's the one thing. I love these games, but they're so hard to play without a guide.
Totally.
So hello, welcome to stream.
I'm so bad with like the mathematical puzzles and RPGmakers. Like I have to look them up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There were a couple of puzzles in off that I had to pull up the walkthroughs. I was like, wait a second, what is happening right now?
Yeah, with IB, like it was actually one of the easier ones, but like by the end I was like so confused on what to do. Like it took me like 20 minutes to realize I had to go in like the gas room. I was literally walking around in circles the entire stream.
Yeah. No, that was me playing Corpse Party. Like there were times where I was just like circling the school, like what am I missing? What object am I supposed to interact with right now?
Oh man, I gotta get myself prepared for sure when I play Corpse Party.
What are some things that you haven't seen done a lot yet that you hope that people will do with RPGmaker?
I'm trying to like think like maybe stuff like Saihate where it's like more visual novel like ease.
Yeah.
I definitely haven't seen much romance RPGmaker games.
That's true. I feel like that's not a very common genre for RPGmaker. But it's very popular for visual novels.
It is. But yeah, like I'm actually looking around and there doesn't seem to be a lot of those. Like maybe a small handful and that's it.
Yeah, that would definitely be something that would be cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. Other than that, though, I feel like everything has been done pretty much. Like I've seen science fiction ones, and I've seen like stuff that isn't like serious. I've definitely seen a lot of horror. Like it feels like everything has been done but romance overall.
That's interesting, actually, that romance hasn't really taken off in RPGmaker. So
Yeah,
that
I
would
feel like it'd be
definitely be cool to see.
yeah, I feel like it'd be a good genre for that for sure.
I could even almost picture like incorporating the RPG battle mechanics. Just instead of fighting, you're like trying to romance someone. I think that would be really
Yeah,
funny.
kind of like Papyrus with the date start.
Yeah, I was
That'd
just
be
thinking
perfect.
that. That would be cool.
It would be perfect,
It
honestly.
would be so perfect. If any RPG Maker developers are watching this, get on this.
Yes.
Make a romance game. Make the
Yes,
RPG
listen
Maker
to the
dating
people.
sim.
Listen to the people.
In a similar vein, is there anything you think is overdone that you would like to see less of moving forward in RPG Maker?
That's really hard. Like, yeah,
Mm,
horror's overdone, but I still want to see it either
yeah,
way.
honestly, Sam. Like, it might be oversaturated, but like, there's still good stuff coming out.
Yeah, I just feel like overall, like, I don't think anything can be overdone. Like, people
Mm,
always have like different twists and like stories. It's really
yeah,
fascinating.
I definitely agree with that too. I remember seeing a funny text post somewhere saying something along the lines of like all RPG Maker games are either epic fantasy, sword fighting, or girl in a location.
Honestly, that kind of does like explain it in a nutshell. Like maybe add horror to the mix, but it's
Yeah,
still basically it.
yeah. I love girl in strange location games. Like I
Oh
will
yeah,
play
same.
any of them.
Yeah, they're always like really interesting and they get really psychological. Like it's
Hmm.
fun to see. I think Zeno is like that too, kinda.
What are some games that you haven't played that are like really high on your list? Like any like classics that you haven't gotten to yet?
Definitely Corpse Party
Hmm.
still. I haven't played Witch's Heart yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's like really pretty graphics wise.
Hmm.
I haven't played Endvil yet. I haven't played like a lot of the stuff
Ah.
on that specific creator.
Enderroll's been high on my list for a while, actually. I need to get to that one.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the darkest
Hmm.
games of the genre for sure. I think I've been meaning to play that for years.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some others, because I know
Me
there's definitely
too.
a lot. But I feel like overall I played like a lot of the really popular ones. It's just
Hmm.
like a few missed. Oh, I think In Stars and Time is one of them too.
Oh,
I forget that's
yeah.
also. Yeah, I forget that's
Yeah,
also
that
an
one.
RPGmaker game.
That one's a more traditional fantasy one, right?
Yeah, I've
Hmm.
seen like a lot of people like streaming it, and it makes me want to
Yeah. Oh,
stream
it's
it
really
too.
popular.
Yeah, and I'm looking it up, and apparently it was made with RPGmaker MV, the one
Hmm.
I struggle with.
Oh. Oh, this one. I was trying to remember what this one is called. There's one that I've been interested in. Cause like it's a very unique art style. Hylix?
Hilux was really good. That one I really liked. Like, it's very
Hmm.
nonsensical and weird, but it's like really interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
I gotta play the second one like really badly, so I think that one's
Hmm.
more 3D than the original.
Oh, I see. I didn't know there was a sequel actually.
Yeah, there is. I still honestly gotta play it. It looks a lot different than the original though. Like especially
Hmm.
because it's all free.
That was weird. I got confused for a second. My, like, model froze. I got scared. Like, why am I not
Oh
moving
no.
anymore?
Yeah, I hate that. Like that happened a lot with like my live CD. Like it just
Hmm.
kind of lagged and sometimes I'd fog blank. I actually did that
Yeah.
with like my newer model and I was like, oh, how I missed you fog blinking.
Yeah, I actually found a way to set it to, like, my eyes would blink at the same time.
Oh,
Because I was
nice.
frog blinking so much. So
I
on the
think like you have to
downside, I
like
can't
slow it
wink
down.
anymore, but my
Oh
blinking looks
no.
more normal.
Yeah, but that's always a good thing. The fog
Hmm.
blinking gets a little silly sometimes.
Definitely. So was the original RPGmaker for PC 98 specifically?
Um, I don't exactly know
Hmm.
that. I
Yeah, I'm
just
trying
know
to
like
look it
some
up now. I just got curious. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I get you. I'm kind of curious too. I don't know if it's been like documented. Like I only know like
Hmm.
Paradem Heru and stuff. I forgot that one's another favorite. I actually streamed it one time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm still like looking around
Hmm.
myself. Like I feel like it's something you'd probably have to find like searching in Japanese because there's not like too much
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, definitely. It's always frustrating when you get like really into like really obscure like Japanese games. You're like, wait a second. There's like no English resources about this.
That's That's like such a problem with me, like not even just RPGmaker, but like visual novels and like it's a
Hmm.
problem too when you like play them because you have to like get a textractor or like I forgot the name of the thing I use now, but like you have to like hook it to the game just to understand it, and even then it's like
Yeah.
master translation, so it's not the best.
Yeah.
Like overall, I'm finding more about like the various programs
Hmm.
rather than the games. I
Yeah,
forgot that
same.
Yeah, I forgot that Enterbrain, like, it's really connected with RPGmaker.
Hmm. I see.
So I learned that, like,
Mm-hmm.
Temmie, like, who did, like, the art for Undertale, like,
Mm-hmm.
apparently made an RPGmaker
Oh
game called Escape
yeah.
Chest. Yeah, it looks really cool. I gotta play it.
Yeah, same. I've been wanting to check that one out. It's really cool. I didn't know until pretty recently that she had that.
Yeah, it's really cool she makes them.
I love her art so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
recommend it. And I'm like trying now to like find something that will tell as like what the first RPG Maker game was, and like there's nothing I can find.
Oh no.
I'm like so
Like,
curious now.
I think you might have like mentioned it, but are there any other RPG makers you played aside from Humaniki
I'm trying to
and a few
think.
others?
Yeah, there was one I played that I actually didn't enjoy very much because it was like really hard. But I can't remember its name. Let me look it up. It's on my channel. I streamed it. Let me see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
that would intimidate me for sure.
Let me see. I know when I played it. Let's see if I can find the title. Wait a second. We are scrolling. Oh, here we go. Grimm's Hollow.
Oh, I think
That one is
one's, like,
really cute. But it was very hard. I had to set it to easy mode. Because like
I'm kind of
the
intimidated
battle
now,
system was really tricky for me.
yeah, it looks really cute, but I didn't know it was a hard RPG Maker game.
I mean, it could honestly just be me. Maybe it's not that hard for other people, but I struggled a lot with the battle system. So I ended up having to set it to easy mode, and even then I was still struggling a little bit.
I mean,
I think
honestly,
it's a little bit
like,
more, what genre
certain
is
ones could
that?
still be a struggle, like overall. Like, even if people think it's easy, like some of the puzzles and like the battle systems can be complicated.
I feel like I'm wrong, but my brain is saying Metroidvania. That could be wrong. That might not be what I'm trying to think of, but it's like one of those kinds of games with like the system and like all of the like skill trees. That I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing buttons and hoping that my attacks are good. Like, it was really cute, but I was like, I don't think the gameplay is for me. But I loved the art style. And
So
very
it's kind of like
whimsical
a
vibes.
roguelike or something.
Oh, roguelike, that. I think that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, a roguelike. It's I don't play a lot of roguelikes. I'm not very good at them.
I've been playing them recently. Like, they aren't tricky, but they're fun. Like, I've been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors.
Like, that style I like. Like, I really like HoloCure, which I think is same as Vampire Survivors, just HoloLive characters. And I liked that a lot. That's fun.
That sounds
but
so
an
cool,
RPG
though.
format, I think, didn't work for me. Like, combining those two, I was like, alright, that's a lot for me to take in. Also, hello, welcome to stream, welcome.
I definitely have to check out HoloCure. It looks really cute.
Yeah, it's so fun. Very addictive.
Yeah, it looks like it has, like, very addictive, like, properties. Like, it seems like it has the typical weapon upgrades and everything, and I love things like that.
And, like, it's all themed around the different HoloLive members. So, like, a lot of, like, inside jokes throughout the company will, like, pop up. It's so funny.
Nice.
I'm trying to think if there were any other RPG Maker games I've played. I feel like I might be missing one or two that I'm not remembering off the top of my head right now. But
yeah,
let's say Yume Nikki is like the main one that I'm like really into.
Yeah, some of them are like hard to remember, but like the more I talk, I remember. Like I just remembered like a lot of like Fun Amusia games. I think they were like the other ones I had a bit of gripes with, like mainly with the, like the storytelling. Some people say like they would be better as visual novels, and I can't help but kind of agree, honestly.
Yeah. No, I can kind of see that with some games, like if you're really story heavy, sometimes it's better to be a visual novel. Because I think people who are into visual novels specifically are really there for the story, and if people are really more there for the gameplay, but they keep getting bombarded with story, it can be a little distracting and maybe frustrating.
Yeah, it could totally get complicated.
Yeah, you need a good balance, I think, between gameplay and story to make something like that work.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I personally love story-heavy games, so that's never an issue for me personally, but I know some people like to skip cutscenes and get annoyed when there's too many of them.
Yeah, overall I'm not like too picky, but like if I wanted to play a game just for like mindless play, I would get a little annoyed by like storytelling. Like it's definitely time and place for me.
Yeah, that's what I like so much about like playing like Yume Tuki, because that's like my chill vibes game. Like I don't really want to use my brain right now. I just want to kind of wander around and see cool stuff.
Yeah, those games are like perfect for that kind of gameplay, I think.
My quest to figure out what the first RPGmaker game will not end. I'm going to find this out. I'm gonna find it.
We must find it.
I'm going to find this game.
I could probably try to find the first in it's probably gonna be Aoni, the first in English.
Yeah.
At least translated anywho.
Because I know it's interesting, I feel like Let's Players back in the day, like PewDiePie, I think really, like, helped popularize RPG Maker games in the West. I know, like, he played Corpse Party back in the day.
Yeah, I think, he did too, like, along with this controversial one named, Cry or something. And when I look up, like, the first RPG Maker, it keeps giving me, like, Dawn's Adventures, but that doesn't feel right, considering, like, I know some games from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, Pyramid Hero was at least, like, 1998, and the one I mentioned before was 1997. The Azusa one. Azusa? Power was surprisingly made in 2001, though.
Wow.
Yeah, it shocks me how it's not, like, written down or something.
Yeah. You would think, because RPG Maker is so beloved, you would think it would be more documented like the earlier games, but...
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I guess
shocks me.
since those games were out before internet, maybe they weren't documented the same day back then, so...
Yeah, probably.
They were lost to time, which is really sad to think about. There are RPG Maker games that are lost to time.
Yeah, I've noticed like a lot of like Japanese focused like media isn't like too well documented, at least in the West.
It
Yeah,
is a
like
real
I'm not
shame.
100% sure about like how it's like on the other side too.
I wonder, this might not be the case, but I wonder if Corpse Party was one of the very first horror RPG Maker games, because that was made on the original, Dante 98.
I definitely think it could be. Because it was definitely released around the time like the other ones were released.
It was... I did actually realize when I was first getting into Corpse Party that, like, it was as old as it was, because, like, I associate it with, like, the 2000s and, like, you know, more, like, not modern weeb culture, but, like, it didn't feel to me like something from the 90s, but the original was, like, a PC 98 game, which is crazy.
Yeah, you always find out a lot when you, like, research at it. Like, I've definitely, like, looked around and found some from, like, the 90s. I don't remember how I found it. It might have been through videos, it might have been through looking it up. But luckily, some of them are documented.
Yeah. And actually, fun fact, the original Corpse Party actually has an RPG battle at the end of it.
Oh, nice.
Like, you actually fight Sachiko, which I think is so funny.
Yeah, I guess they had to keep, like, some of the original RPG elements.
Yeah,
That's
because
neat.
it was for a contest, I'm fairly certain. So maybe that was, like, one of the requirements, is there has to be at least one battle. So, like, okay, we'll fight Sachiko.
Yeah, might as well put it at the end.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They, was during, there's a monthly magazine called Login Softcom, where they let amateur developers submit the games they made. So that's how the original Corpse Party came into being. I guess Makoto Kedoin, the creator, was a college student when he first made it. And he just, like, submitted it to the magazine contest.
I'm noticing a lot of the creators in the 90s ones were, like, really young when they made the games. It's kind of cool, honestly.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's inspiring, honestly.
Yeah, apparently Corpse Party won second place. I don't know what won first place, though. Wonder what game beat
They
it.
didn't, like... Yeah, me too. I wonder if they documented it.
Oh, I really want to at some point play some PC 98 games, because the art style, like, the aesthetics of those games are so pretty. Like, there's such
They really
charm
are.
to those games.
I'm not sure how they work for, like, other games, but I know, like, with Perret and Hero, you could at least probably, like, stream it. Because it's, like, a Windows file, I think. Yeah, I think with, like, gutters, like, you might need, like, I can't remember the name of those things, like you emulate, like, the older Windows, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there is, like, an emulator for PC 98 games, like, a few, so you might be fine, maybe, with that.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
might have
like,
to look into
Neko
that
Project.
sometime.
Yeah, I think Neko Project is one of them that I used before, just to play, like, visual novels and stuff.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite PC 98 game? By any chance? Any that you would recommend?
It's not an RPGmaker game, but the first one that comes to mind is because it's, like, it's really interesting and, like, defined, like, a lot of, like, visual novel stuff.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a really good visual novel. I think there's a lot, like, a bit of, like, time loop science fiction stuff.
I love that kind of stuff. Time loops are, like, one of my favorite tropes.
Yeah, they're great. But, like, aside from, like, that, I think a lot of, like, RPG makers and PC 98, so, like, Well, it's really hard to find them like English translated.
Definitely. Like, I know some of the more popular ones I think have English patches. Like, I'm pretty sure... What's it called? Crap, I've already forgotten the name. It's a very famous game. Why can I not remember the name right now? What is
Do you
that, like,
remember?
really iconic dating sim?
Tokimeki Memorial?
Yes, Tokimeki Memorial, thank you. I really would have
Yeah.
played that at some point, and I think there is an English patch. Not an official one, unfortunately, but someone made one, I think.
Yeah. I think, like, I've heard, like, they English translated a lot of, like, the older ones. I still gotta get to that, too. I really hope one day, like, they could, like, find, like, older PC98 RPGmaker games, except for, like, a really, very few.
Yeah.
Because there doesn't seem to be a lot, like, there's literally only, like, a handful, including Corpse Party.
And there's definitely were so many, because, like, there were all those contests and, like, those magazines, and there were definitely plenty of people making them, just they were not documented very well, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
it's
if
sad
they
that
are, they're only in, like, obscure, like, Japanese-only places. So it's hard to
Yeah,
find when you're in the
definitely.
West.
Definitely.
Why do you think games like Corpse Party really, like, became as famous as they were? Because considering how many games definitely came out during that era, only some of them, like, are still so well known. Like, we have Yume Nikki, we have Corpse Party. Like, why are those games, do you think, so beloved all over the world?
It's probably like fan popularity and overall loyalty, so they just want to keep like seeing the stories and
Yeah.
variants. That's why I think.
Yeah, like, I remember when I was in Japan last year, like, I was so surprised, like, they had Corpse Party merch. Like, new Corpse
Oh,
Party
wow.
merch. And...
That's surprising.
Actually, they had an event I didn't get to go to, unfortunately. But they had an event where, the original creator and one of the voice actresses gave a little talk to celebrate the anniversary of Corpse Party. And that
Oh
was
man,
really
I'm sorry you
cool. They were
missed
able to
that.
do it. Yeah, I was so sad that I couldn't go, but I still got to buy some of the merch, so that was cool.
That's good.
And there's Yume Nikki merch too, like Fangamer.
Oh yeah, I think there's a Fangamer store in Japan.
Yeah, I went to the
I want to go
Fangamer
to that.
store and I was like, oh my god. There is... Not only was there Yume Nikki merch there, but like they had like a lot of music playing from a variety of the games that they have merch for, and like hearing the Yume Nikki OST playing in like a public place, I was like, this is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. It was
I
so
know,
cool.
it must have been awesome though. That
It was
reminds
so
me, like
awesome.
I still want to get that shirt with like Frisk, Madosuke and I forget his name, but like they all carrying knives and it's like really cute.
Yeah, that one is really cute.
Yeah. I just hope it is a limited edition, but I don't think it is because like everything they release for like Undertale anniversary seems to stay in the shop.
Yeah, and they restock stuff all the time as well.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I think, like, the other day or something, they just randomly re-released, the Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day, the plushie. People are like, what is this Conquer's Bad Fur Day mentioned in 2026? What is happening?
Oh my god, that's so wild. It'd be wild that they made like a new game for that.
Oh my gosh, that would be so crazy. I kind of hope, since the Switch has the specific category for M-rated Nintendo 64 games, that they'll finally add Conker's Bad Fur Day to that. They haven't
I
yet,
think they
but
should.
like they really should. There's not that many M-rated 64 games, so like if they're gonna make a whole category for it, they might as well. They might as well give the
and it's
people
like
what
really
they want.
popular.
Gee,
It's
I love
also like
Conker's
really
Bad Fur Day.
popular.
I
I still
really
gotta
want to
finish
play it
that
at some
one.
point.
Yeah, I gotta finish that one. I'm always like,
Mm.
I always end up doing the first stage, and then like I never do the second stage because they always run this cheat for like money, and I feel so bad. Like there's a certain part, I think it's like the caveman stage where you have to pay with coins or something, and I always never have enough on my own. So I'm like, I should just cheat at it, and then I feel bad.
Probably the best looking game on N64. Honestly, yeah, like Rareware. Their games are the best on the 64. Everything Rare came out with is peak.
Yeah, definitely. Donkey Kong 64 looks really cool too.
That was my entire childhood. I loved Donkey Kong 64 growing up.
Yeah, same with mine. Definitely has really nice graphics.
Also had a really good looking remake on Xbox. Unfortunately, they censored all the cursing. Oh yeah. I feel like Conker of all games, like don't censor it. Like it's Conker.
Yeah,
The whole
you can't
game
take like
is like that.
you can't take the bad words out of Conker. There was a time where like Conker was like more innocent before that game came out, and it's wild to think
Yeah,
about.
because he was originally in Diddy Kong Racing as one of the playable characters. And then they were gonna give him a spin-off that was like more child appropriate, but they ended up scrapping it and making Conker's Bad Fur Day instead, which I think is so funny.
It's wild to think about.
But it almost makes sense, because if you play Banjo-Tooie, the humor in Banjo-Tooie specifically, Kazooie to an extent, but especially in Tooie, you can tell they were like really holding themselves back from making it a more mature game, so like Conker with their finally just letting it all out.
Yeah, that reminds me, like I think there's something with like bottles in that one, or something like bottles like dies and this ghost could like haunt you.
A lot of characters die in Banjo-Tooie. It's really funny.
It's
like
that's wild. Like it definitely sounds like they were like trying to like mess with the lines and stuff.
Yeah. There's a Game Boy game that had the original Conker concept. That's true. There was a Conker Game Boy game that was for kids. Conker's Pocket Tales, yeah.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
One thing I do think, kind of going back to RPGmaker now, one thing I think about when I look at like older RPGmaker games compared to more modern releases, I think to an extent, maybe not exclusively, but I feel like the older ones definitely like felt a little bit rougher, and that, you know, like they're being created by like individuals and people with probably really low budgets or like no budget at all. Whereas I think they're more high budget nowadays. So like I think for better and for worse in some cases. Like, do you think that makes it feel less accessible to people now with that like expectation for like higher quality as compared to in the past?
So. Like maybe that would be for people who just like expect retro games to have like the best quality ever, but I don't think it detracts much.
Oh
It
yeah.
I feel like it adds on to the charm of it being like a one-man or small indie studio. Like the
Yeah.
graphics in Corpse Party, like the 1996 one,
Mm-hmm.
still look nice, I think.
Yeah, no, I love the graphics in the old Corpse Party. Like, there's so much charm there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad someone like basically remade it from scratch, but kept like all the old elements to
Oh,
it.
yeah. Because, like, if you're gonna redo the original Corpse Party, like, it has to feel like the original.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I feel like that's just necessary. I think there's also another, like, a fan-made sequel, because I'm trying to remember, I think Corpse Party was originally going to have just a sequel, rather than the remakes that we got instead, that became the Corpse Party we know today. But there's like a continuation of the original game, and fans kind of like took the concept and made their own version of what that sequel could have been, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like overall, like between that and like all the newer games, like it's interesting what they did with like Corpse Party.
Yeah, modern Corpse Party is very different from where it began. But
Yeah,
I think that's cool to see how it's evolved.
Yeah, like it went from like RPGmaker to like 3D graphics and all.
Yeah. And I think it's so cool too that like with the popularity of these RPG Maker games and franchises, that they've become franchises. Like, I mean, Corpse Party has the anime and some manga. Even like Yume Nikki has manga. Omori has manga now. Like,
yeah, I think they even gave like Yume Nikki like a 3D game, but I haven't like played it yet.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. Like, I know a lot of people don't like it because it's definitely not the same as the original Yume Nikki. Like, some of the magic of it just feels a little bit off because of the 3D graphics, but it's still really cool that we got that.
Yeah, I do feel like mixed about it. Like, it seems like it'll be interesting, but it's also like, it being 3D doesn't make it seem like Yume Nikki.
Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, 3D Yume Nikki is just, LSD Dream Emulator.
Yeah, and I feel like LSD Dream Emulator does it a little better.
Yeah. And I think the graphics in, the 3D Yume Nikki aren't bad, but they don't have the same, like, vibe, I think. Doesn't feel as immersive.
Yeah.
Like, it's more realistic, but doesn't quite give you the same feelings.
Yeah, it might work with, like, some people, but it doesn't... I don't know if it'll, like, work for me, but I still want to, like, try it since it's in my library.
Yeah. And even, like, I know Aooni has, like, a lot of merch. Like, I kept seeing, like, those gachapon machines with Aooni merch in it. I was like, this is crazy. I didn't realize it was that popular.
Yeah, Aooni
they had,
is, like,
gacha games.
It's like crazy popular in Japan. Like, they made like a few games for it. I think there's a movie and an anime.
Oh yeah, there is a movie. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the live action. The anime was like alright. I hear like a lot of like mixed reviews on the second one and the other ones in the future. Like, it seems like they're completely different series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm looking it up, and the second one like takes place in a school for some reason.
Interesting.
It really is. There's even a light novel. I just found that out.
Yeah. Actually, I think Yume Nikki also has a light novel.
Oh,
which
that's
is interesting because it's completely different. What I think is really cool about the Yume Nikki adaptations are because the game has like no like specific like plot. Like, it's very up to interpretation. Like, the manga and the light novel are completely different. They're both officially licensed, but they're completely the author's own interpretation of the game. So they're very different story-wise.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like, especially since people can like make up like their own thoughts, like think their own thoughts. I mean,
hearing people's theories about Yume Nikki, because there's so many different ways you can interpret it. It's
yeah,
like
I'm
you get
definitely
so
gonna
many
have
little like seeds throughout the game of like what could mean something.
Yeah, I definitely have to read the manga to see like how the creator like thought about everything.
The art style in the manga is really cool.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm so shocked I haven't seen Ubella like in my Yume and Nikki plays. Like I do
no.
know about Ubella,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
like my
have never
favorite.
encountered him.
Every time I play, I have to like, okay, let's go to Poniko's house. We're gonna summon Uboa. Sometimes
I
it'll
gotta
take
try
me
that.
like 10-20 minutes, but like, I'll get him to show up eventually.
Yeah, it's worth it in the end. I gotta do
Yeah.
that my next playthrough for sure.
Yeah, all you have to do is enter Poniko's house and turn off the light. And then if Uboa doesn't show up, you just leave, come back, turn the light off. Leave, come back. It's basically go back and forth until Uboa eventually shows up. It's a little tedious, but kind of fun.
Yeah, I think like I might have like tried and then I gave up because it was tedious, but I do want to try again at some point.
Yeah. And I love seeing how like, cause Undertale and Delta are not RPGmaker. Those are like Game Maker, I'm pretty sure. But they take a lot of inspiration from like specifically Yume Nikki, but like probably other RPGmaker style games as well.
Yeah, it has similar vibes. I think Toby was like inspired by like Earthbound and Off, so that could like be part of why.
Off was one of the big inspirations. Yume Nikki was one of the big inspirations, which I think is so cool.
It really is. Like, you could kind of tell by the art style that he was inspired by those games.
Yeah.
He was also inspired by, like, a game called Moon. That's an RPG game, but not an RPGmaker. But it's a really cool looking game. Yeah, I played a bit of it, but I have to get back to it at some point. Like, it's a really pretty looking game.
Yeah. I think Toho was also a big inspiration. That's a franchise I like, have not figured out how to get into. There's such a big, intimidating franchise, I think.
As someone who wants to get into it, I think it's good to start with like the original games maybe, but like
yeah,
it is intimidating
so
because it's it's intimidating because it's like bullet hell and all that. But I feel like if you play a lot of roguelikes, you might be okay, but like again, I haven't tried. I might be really bad at it, but
yeah.
But yeah, I still think it's like worth a try to like try them out.
Yeah, definitely.
I know there's a lot of like fan games that have varied categories.
There's probably at least a couple RPGmaker ones, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I would
definitely.
be surprised if there weren't.
Yeah, I think there's a few looking them up, like especially like Cerno's like mystical quest or something. That's like one I saw.
Oh.
There's also Toho Alive, but I'm not sure if that's like RPG. I think it's RPGmaker.
Oh wait, I might have found the first Dante 98 game. Wait a second.
Oh,
Apparently
I'm
it's
curious.
called Cock-a-Doodle-Doo. It came out in 1995. A comedy RPG where you play as Pal, the pet rooster of a rich boy gone broke. Together with a cat that calls himself God of Death, you must work to help the kid recover his finances, alternating between the three characters. That is not
Oh,
what I
wow.
was expecting the first RPGmaker game to be.
Me neither. I might have to play it.
I love that, like, you play as a rooster.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
honestly
random.
interesting. There's not much games out there that focus on that sort of gameplay.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I love, like, on the RPGmaker wiki that I'm currently on, only 2 games are mentioned on the, Dante 98 page. Those are Cock-a-Doodle-Doo and Corpse Party. Those are, like, the only ones that people know, apparently.
That's so wild. I guess they don't know about, like, Paredem Heru and Azusa. Those are, like, some of the older ones. Yeah. But there definitely seems like there should be more out there, like, instead of a
Yeah.
handful.
I will say the cat calling himself the God of Death, it's giving me, like, vague, like, off vibes, so, like...
Yeah,
I
I can
don't know if
definitely
it's
see
actually an
why.
inspiration for off, but, like, it could have been.
It's a
Or it's just a
mystery.
weird coincidence.
I feel like it's probably leaned into, like, more weird coincidence, but I like to think that there was inspiration in that
Yeah.
regard.
I'm just bothered that there doesn't seem to be a source for what beat Corpse Party in that contest. Everybody's like, what won second place? Like, what was the first place game? I cannot
Shocking how they
find.
didn't. It's shocking how they didn't, like, mention that.
Yeah.
Like, any.
Imagine beating Corpse Party in a contest, but then no one remembering you. But Corpse Party being remembered so well.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
And it is kind of interesting. Apparently it says here the popularity of Final Fantasy can be linked to the popularity of RPGs Sukuru Dante 98 because to this day, lots of Final Fantasy remakes and fan-made sequels were made using RPGmaker.
That's so cool. I'd love to play those.
Yeah. It's like, I think a lot of RPGmaker games do take inspiration from games like Final Fantasy and the Mother series, like, who are in RPGmaker, but almost feel like RPGmaker games because of how many of them were inspired by those.
Yeah, I could see it. Like, they're definitely, like, really inspirational games. And I feel like a lot of fantasy RPGs have, like, Final Fantasy's vibes.
Yeah.
If not that, it's probably, like, Dragon Quest or something they were inspired by.
Yeah. And Earthbound, I feel like, has so much influence over the genre.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you can tell with, like, stuff like Off that Earthbound was, like, pretty inspirational.
Yeah.
Maybe Space Funeral too.
Omori, Undertale, like, so many games.
Yeah, definitely.
And I still think it's so funny, like, looking at this page, like, it has, like... I kind of want to just, like... I'm gonna show this image on the stream, actually, because it's very cool. Like, one of the original, like... What was, like, the box art for the original Dante 98? Here, I'll put it in Discord, too, so you can look at it. But
You know, the
is
funny
such
thing is that,
cool
like,
art.
I was thinking about it while I was looking around on the Wikipedia, like, even, like, with RPG Sakura too, like, the
Mhm.
art is, like, really pretty looking, like, it's very retro anime. Let
Like,
me
this
see.
is so
Yeah, like,
interesting
that's...
to me. Like, it's so 90s, like, old vibes, right?
It actually
Like,
reminds me of, like,
and...
the, Mother One commercial.
Mmm...
Like, I don't know if you,
Yeah.
like, know it, but, like, it uses a lot of, like, stop motion kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, this is just so cool because, like... Yeah, this is what RPGmaker was made for, really. They were like, we're gonna make a program where you can make your own RPGs. But even then, back then, at the very beginning, we were getting, like, horror games. And they were
Yeah,
winning
it's
these contests,
interesting.
too.
Yeah, it's interesting how they decided to use it for horror.
Hmm. I think horror is such, like, a cool genre that you can, like, do so much with. Like, even, like, filmmaking and writing, like, horror tends to be one of those genres that tends to
Yeah,
have
it's really
so much
diverse.
popularity.
Like there's psychological horror. There's definitely like horror that like focuses on like retro, like television kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's horror like based off of like TV series and like cartoons. It's really interesting how wide the
Yeah.
genre is.
Like, maybe the creators did not expect horror to be what really defined RPGmaker, but it really did, like, from the beginning, it was like, this is what you can do with this program. Like, it doesn't have to just be one thing, it can be anything.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too how like they didn't choose to like make like a horror RPG Maker game
Mm-hmm.
spin-off. Like they just kept it RPG
Oh,
Maker.
yeah.
Like it's still definitely all pretty interesting for sure. I'm kind of like thinking back, but I feel like Crooked Man was like also an example of how horror can be diverse, especially in like
Mm-hmm.
RPG Maker.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why it came to mind. Like it's definitely an interesting like series. I think it's like based off of like books. I'm not 100%.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it is like the main like villain. Like it has something to do with like older books. Like I'm blanking, but I know it's like based off of something like
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
It is.
Hmm. I'm looking this one up now because I'm curious about it. Ah, that sounds familiar. That is really interesting, actually. Yeah, even in the horror genre, like, there's so much variety when it comes to RPG Maker games.
Yeah, there really is.
People get so creative, which I really like. And I think a lot of like horror games that get popular these days feel very repetitive and similar to each other. But in RPG Maker, I feel like there's so much variety.
Yeah, like there's definitely more diversity with like RPG Maker games. Like I noticed with like horror, it definitely follows the same format. Like even the more obscure ones, like it feels like it. Like they focus on like weird graphics, kind of LSD Dream emulator inspired.
Yeah.
It's like hard because they're like really cool, but it's also like it does get repetitive after a while. But I haven't seen much of that problem with RPG Maker games.
Yeah. And even like a variety of art styles too. Like we have very like moe anime styles, and then really like interesting creepy art or just really abstract stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, like Velvet Deck and Hylix come to mind with like the weird art styles.
Yeah, Hylix in particular is so cool looking. Like, one of these, like, you don't think it's an RPG Maker game, but it is. It's just in a very unique art style.
Yeah.
Are there any, like, upcoming or, like, in development RPG Maker games that you are, like, particularly excited about?
I haven't heard of any recently, but now I want to, like, look that up.
There's been one that's been on my radar for a while, and, like, it's still in development, and I don't know if it has a release date yet, but it's called Sweeter Yesterday. Have you heard about that one?
No, I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't
it's
heard
a
of it.
really pretty art style. Like, it's like one of those. It's a horror game, but it's kind of similar vibes, I guess, to maybe like Madoka Magica, and it's very pink and cute looking, but it's a horror game. And I've been following the developer for a while now. Like,
really
I hope
cute.
it comes out eventually because it looks really fun.
Yeah, it
there is a demo, but I haven't actually played the demo. I'm like, I want to play the full game when it comes out.
Yeah, I usually skip demos for that reason too. It reminds me of Dreaming Mary. That one's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the ones I know about are already like released, but I definitely do have to like check out
Hmm.
like newer ones.
Right now I'm just like scrolling through on mates.io just to see like there's so many like very interesting looking ones.
Ooh, nice.
Such like a variety of art styles too, which I mean that makes sense, you know. And these are games that like anyone can make, so all types of games are coming up.
Yeah, it's really cool to see all the diverse like art
Mm.
styles. It seems like there's even like Danganronpa game like being made on there, like Danganronpa like
Oh
rollback or
yeah,
something.
well that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, I just found a really cursed looking game. What is this? It's called
Oh,
Yoshi Goes to Tesco, and is an RPGmaker game about Yoshi from Mario going to Tesco.
I feel like I remember that like the screenshots or something floating
Yeah,
around.
it looks so silly. Like, Goku is
It
in
looks
there apparently. He works at Tesco or something.
Yeah, I think I've seen this one. Like people post screenshots of it a
Hmm.
lot. I have to definitely
I
like
actually haven't
say
seen
that
anything about it. I just found it just now. Like, what is this? That's so silly.
it probably is. I love how like people can even make like comedic games with them.
Hmm. And also, I love like the community around it. Like, I'm also seeing like people posting just like resource packs for like overworld maps that you can use for your own games.
It's cool that people like post those resources too. I just remember there's one called like Hitogata that I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at that has a really interesting like art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's directly on Steam. I sent you like a link.
I'll check that out. Hey, let me see what this is. Oh wow! I love that art style.
Yeah, I love it. Like it's just so simple and nice
Mm-hmm.
looking.
Yeah, I love games with like really unique, like almost abstract art styles like this. Like it feels so like there's so much passion that was put into this. You can tell that the person who made it like cared deeply about this.
Yeah, it's really nice. It even has like Humaniki's like
Mm.
environments.
Yeah, no, it looks so cool.
It does.
Oh my gosh, I love it when people like will make their indie game, but like they'll make the cover look like it was like a Game Boy game. Like the looks like they made Game Boy Color box art for their game. That's so fun.
Same. I think there is like an artist I'm thinking of that does it.
Hmm.
Wonderland? I think that's another like RPG Maker game I want to
Mm-hmm.
play, like Formless Star or something. I think she
Oh.
made that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Well, seeing all these like free asset packs is like kind of heartwarming, honestly. Like, I love how people love just being able to like share and help people make their games, because you know, making an RPG Maker game as one person is a lot, because you have to make your own art, have to do the music, have to write the story, gotta program it all, and that's like a lot of stuff. So I love that people like are helping each other out really to make their games.
Yeah, same. Like, it's definitely like a really dedicated community. I think there's like a group on like Steam for RPG Maker. I haven't checked it out yet, but I think I am going to like later on.
I think it's cool too, just looking through all these games, like, there's a lot of RPG Maker games that are like really short, like only like half an hour playtime. I think since like the stereotypical RPG is like really, really long, so much content, but like RPG Maker games, a lot of them are like just really small, really personal stories, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely pretty interesting.
And I got a random way to start thinking about, what's it called? What was the name? I saw it a little bit ago. It's in one of the, Yume Nikki fan games that was really popular. Is it LCD Dem?
Maybe? I'm not too sure.
That was the one that the original creator actually took it down and, like, said they don't want anyone to play it or talk about it ever again.
That
with,
feels
like, no
really
warning.
familiar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know it by name.
Yeah. I think it's LCD Dem. If that's how you say it, but like... And I'm fascinated by it because, like, it looks really fun. Like, it looks like a really well put together Yume Nikki fan game. But I don't feel comfortable playing it because, like, the creator clearly doesn't want people to even know it exists anymore. Which is also kind of sad to think about.
It really is. Like, it'll probably be like lost media or something.
Like, I know there are people who have preserved it, but like, they're still like, but the creator doesn't want you to play this.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like right.
Yeah.
Like it's helpful for archiving, but it's also like it's going against the creator's wishes.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I think those kinds of games can get very personal, so maybe that just something in the game like hit too close to the creator. They're like, I don't think I'm comfortable with people playing this anymore, which I think is valid. Sad, but valid.
Be possible too. Yeah. Probably is like due to a personal thing, but I hope they could like be able to like create again.
Yeah. I think that's another thing about RPG Maker games, especially like Yume Nikki, like how the creators can be completely anonymous sometimes. Like, we really don't know anything about Kikiyama besides like the very small like snippets that they've posted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think I know anything about the creator themselves.
Yeah, like Kikiyama is very like unknown, honestly. Like, we know Kikiyama's still alive because like they've done a few things to like help like. They got the that's how they got the permission to make the 3D Yume Nikki. And actually, I think Toby Fox did an interview with Kikiyama once, but like it was only yes or no questions.
It's so interesting, honestly.
But I mean, we don't even know like Kikiyama's gender, like, or if it could also might not even be one person. It could be multiple people, but we really don't know.
It could be. It's also interesting because I think Toby like talks
Mm-hmm.
for like automated things. So
Yeah.
if it's like a verbal interview, it would probably be like really interesting. Because everyone's just like so obscure and hidden.
Yeah, I think it's funny in the way Toby Fox is, because like Toby Fox didn't used to be an anonymous creator, but like I think he's just having fun being mysterious.
I think so too. He probably like kept anonymous because like he didn't expect Undertale and Deltarune to get so popular. So he's like, might as well hide and be a dog.
Yeah, and honestly valid.
Very. He's like basically doing VTubing, but
yeah,
like
essentially
not
he's a
streaming.
VTuber.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool to be able to like be anonymous, but still be able to like tell a very personal narrative through the games you make.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I think it's a cool medium to be able to like be open without actually like revealing anything personal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for all we know, like whatever the lore and plot behind Yume Nikki might like be really personal to Kikiyama, but like it's so abstract that I mean it could be anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see that, but also we don't know like anything, so it could just be like, oh, I just wanted to make something really fun, and they just
like,
created
honestly,
it.
It's also super valid. Like, there's so much in it. Like, it's such a huge game, despite how small it feels on the surface. So, like...
Yeah, it's like all valid either way.
Then we have games like Yume Chuki that are impossible to, like, theorize about, because, like, hundreds of people have contributed to it.
Yeah, so it's like a ton of different meanings.
And that's what I like a lot about .flow, is that it's similar to Yume Nikki in that it's made by one person and it's a much smaller story, so you can like interpret. Like, I find Yume Chuki fun to just like mindlessly wander through, but like when you play like .flow, you're like, I want to like figure out what this means. I want to know what the lore is here.
Yeah, like, I feel like with .flow, like, you could definitely make a lot of different theories for it or something.
And it's really creepy too. I think it's one of the more horror-focused of the fan games.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I feel like I have to replay that just so I can understand all the hidden meanings and stuff.
There's some really creepy areas in that game though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it gets a lot darker. More like in your face, dark and scary as compared to like Yume Nikki, which is a lot more. It still has horror elements, but it's a lot more subtle with it. But .flow is not subtle.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, I don't remember too much about, like, the plot for it, but I could see definitely where it got pretty creepy. Like, still, like, the lab portion still sticks out to me.
Like, a lot of hospital imagery. A lot of,
Yeah,
like, this body imagery.
Oh yeah, the hospital and, like, the bloody area. That one was, like, really freaky.
That was really creepy.
Yeah.
Are there any other games that you wanted to bring up or talk about before we start wrapping up?
I can't really think of anything else. I feel like we covered like a lot of the big ones that are
we
on my
talked about a
mind.
lot of different things today.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, this was
Like,
a lot
just
of
talking about
fun.
everything.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love just getting kind of rambling. Just feel like, hey, this game is cool. This game is also cool. It's
Yeah,
fun.
rambling's just like so fun.
Yeah, is there anything you would like to share with my audience before we go? Anything you're doing at the moment that you want people to know about?
Not really. I'm not working on my RPGmaker game right now, but I'm glad Bab like brought me to the stream and that you could all like enjoy hearing us talk. It was definitely a fun experience being on here.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to join today. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
Hey, everyone, make sure to follow DreamyTube on Twitch. Do you have any fun streams coming up?
I might stream like the Snufkin game on Sunday. But I think when it comes to RPGmaker, I do want to play the Alismere games at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And in Stars in Time.
Definitely. I want to play that one too.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
Alright, well, thank you so much for joining today. It was great having you on the podcast.
It was nice talking to you too.
You have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright, well, this is where we are going to wrap up for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. This was a lot of fun talking about RPGmaker games. I guess I can reveal the topic of next week's episode of heisei, babtro. Yippee. Next week, we are going to be talking about magical girl anime. My guest is going to be a very special guest. Actually not a VTuber. My guest next week is going to be Gears and Magic, who is actually a very dear friend of mine from college. I am so excited that she agreed to be on the podcast and talk about magical girls with me. So next week, same day, same time, 8 p.m. EST. I'll be talking about magical girls with Gear. It's gonna be so fun. I'm really excited for that episode. But yeah, until then, my next stream is actually gonna be tomorrow, 8 p.m. EST. Gonna be playing more Danganronpa with Mistrunner. We're gonna be finishing Chapter 2, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. If you're watching me on Twitch, make sure you're following and subscribe as well if you want to, only if you want to. Let's see, I forgot to put it up on screen. Let me see if I can grab it. Do not forget, I need to remember to plug this more regularly, but I have my code that you can use on advanced.gg if you want to buy anything on their website, any of their gaming supplements, their cups, their merchandise. If you use code WeBabVTuber, you will get 10% off your order, and I will get a small commission from that as well. I think they're going to be, or I think they already have Valentine's Day themed stuff on their store, so if you want to get a Valentine's Day themed energy drink, or I think of t-shirts and stuff as well. I want to check that out and use code WeBabVTuber for 10% off. Yeah, please. But yeah, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, don't go anywhere. We are going to raid someone. Let me see who is live that we can raid. Let's see who is live today. Oh, looks like Crossing Fandoms is still live, so let's go ahead and raid into her. I think Crossing Fandoms is doing a Repo collab. That looks very fun. I love Repo. I need to play it again sometime. Alright, let's go ahead. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hop into the raid. It will give you channel points. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for watching today's stream. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye bye. Bye bye.